Hello everyone. Yesterday class we have discussed this end-to-end flow like how to pull the data from JDBC using select query and how to generate the file after converting into CSV and how to place the SFTP folder. So we have discussed. Today I am going to introduce one more topic. This is enhance to this iFlow. So I'll tell you. Now I have a scenario here. Select query. So just keep the star. So I'm selecting all the fields. Star in the star means all the fields. It will submit query. So how many records we have? One, two, three, four, five records are there. Okay, five records are there. Now I'm going to run this interface. Okay, I'm going to run this interface. So I run it. We'll see the result here. What happened? So we will see the output data here. It is loading. So now we will check the uh, output data. See, one, two, three, four, five records are there. Okay, so five records came. Here also five records are there. One, two, three, four, five records. Suppose I will insert one more record now, one or two more records now. Okay, apart from along with these three, I will insert three more records. In next run, I have to pick. We have to pick only those uh, latest three records. We should eliminate this record while fetching the data from this database. Okay, we should not pick every time duplicate data, right? It is so using this query, if you see here, using this query, it will pick all the data whichever available in the table, but that is not good practice. Always we have to pull latest data, we have to avoid the duplicate data. So how can we handle it? Okay, now I am going to insert one more record. Let's take one. Okay, I'm going to insert one more record here. Okay, uh, I will insert one more record with different employee ID. This will be some T. This will be some Giri, some 23. Okay, I submitted query. Okay, now we'll check the data. Select data. Using select data, we will see the data. Star. Okay, submit query. Sorry. Okay, submit query. Say total how many records came? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records came, right? I should pull only this Giri data in this run. Earlier run, how many records? Total 5 records came, right? 5 records we have processed. Now we have to process the latest one only. Okay? We have to process this latest record only. We have to avoid this previous records. We should avoid the duplicate records. So for this requirement, how can we handle it? Okay, we'll see. So what was the last update record? This one. This is the latest one. This is the last old one, updated one, right? Okay, now I'll take 1 minute. This is the timestamp. Okay, now I'll take this and I will update the query here with the where condition, where this updated date is greater than this last run date. Okay, this is the last run date. Sorry. Okay, see, this query will pull the data greater than this updated date. Okay, greater than this updated is only this is the greater than this updated date. See, 24/06/13, 13/48. This is 12/31. Okay, now we will check. Now we will check. Okay, save. Only one record should come. Why? Because the greater than this is only one record is there. Save and deploy. Save and deploy. Okay, one more record came. We'll see the data of this output. It is loading. See, only Giri record came, right? Only Giri record came. So I will upload one more record. I will upload one more record here. Then that new record only should come. That purpose again we have to change the last update date. So this is manual task in real time. We can't do that. Okay, we can't update this every time. So dynamically it should update it. Okay, dynamically it should be updated. So for the to achieve this scenario, we have an option called write variable. We will store the last run date timestamp in the write variable, and we will uh, call the write variable here greater than here. Then every last run time we will store, right? It will dynamically change the last runtime date. Okay. Suppose so last time date was what? Um, last time date was this one, right? So it will store this date and it will greater than, after whatever records are updated in the database, those records only picked by this CPI. Okay, we'll see how can we achieve this. Okay, now go here, uh, here and go take one variable, write variable. Here we have to maintain the write variable last run time. Last run time. I'm taking one, the variable name as last run time expression, and data type is java dot lang dot string. This is the standard data type. Here we have to capture system date, system current date, like it will store the last run time, date and timestamp. This is the standard, property to capture the system date. Okay. So uh, after fetching the data, this variable stores the this current system date. Okay. uh, this variable stores in this where this variable stores the last run time in this part. In manage variables, under manage variables, we will see the variable after completion of first run of this iflow. Okay, we have to utilize the same variable while while fetching the data in next run. Okay, got it. This is small bit confusion. Please just follow the uh, steps. Okay, first we have to manually we have to run. After running, so now I am running it. Okay, without this condition, without condition I am running. See, this is the condition, right? I am removing this condition. Okay, save. Without condition I am running it. First run. Okay, first run I am running. If you see here, we will check whether this completed or not. Okay, it is completed. So if you see here, refresh it, variable will be created. What happened? Expression. See, variable has been created here with the last run time and date. Okay, dynamically we will take this variable value using content modifier. In this content modifier, I am going to again calling that variable here last run. Just I put last run here local variable. This is local variable. Right variables are two types. If you see here, like right variables are two types, local and global. If you click on here, it will be global variable. If you not click on this, it will be the local variable. What is difference between local variable and global variable? If it is local variable, it is visible to this specific to iflow. Okay, it is visible to this specific iflow. Only we have to reuse this variable value under this iflow only, inside this iflow only. If you click on global, then it will be applicable to across the packages. You can use the variable in anywhere. Okay, so if you see here variable also here integration iflow, this is specific to this integration iflow. If you click on this global scope, then this I integration iflow name will not appear here. Why? Because this variable is global to across the packages. Okay, I have created local variable and I am accessing or calling that local variable using this. We have to mention the local variable name. Okay, what is the local variable name? This is the local variable name. So after, so this property, I am storing this local variable value in this property. So again, I am putting this property here in the where condition, where this is the last run updated date, updated date is greater than dollar property dot. So using this expression, we will call this property. So I'm storing this last run date and timestamp here, and last time data updated date is greater than last run. Which means greater than this value, the whichever the data is available greater than that timestamp, it will fetch. So now, so if you see here, last run, it pulled the, oh sorry, it was disabled. Entire data of this database table, which means all six values came. 6 employee records came. So now, sorry, now I'm storing one more, I'm inserting one more record here. In this run, only that record should come. Okay, I'm enabling trace. Okay, I enable the trace. I'm inserting the data using this insert command, insert query. Okay, G some V some Raghu. Okay, some 31. Okay, submit query. Okay, one more record successfully submitted. I am going to insert one more record here, some 321 W Rajesh 29. Okay, I am inserting two records I have inserted. Let me check the all records here. Star total 8 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records are there. Okay, 4, 4, 8 records. So I have inserted newly this record Rajesh, and I have inserted newly Raghu record. Only these records should be filled based on the timestamp, right? So I have stored the last run time in one small variable. Same variable I am calling from here. I stored in property, and from property I am taking this variable value, last runtime variable value. If greater than data, it should fetch from database. Let's see. Okay, it triggered. It failed. We'll see why it failed. So it failed. Why? Because here single colon I missed it. Now I'm running again. It should be in colon, right? Single quotes. Sorry, not colon, single quotes. So now we'll see. So it now in this run it should fetch only latest records. Those are Rajesh and Raghu. We'll see what will be the result. Trace. See, now we will check the data here. See, only Rajesh and Raghu came. So this variable timestamp is greater than this, then it has been fetched the rest of the data from database. Okay, now I am going to insert two more records again. Sorry. Now I am going to insert two more records with insert statement 478 Gopi 30. Yes. Okay, submit query. Have inserted one record. One more record is some 498 or 412, some L Vijay. 28. Okay, submit query. So I have inserted two more records. Let me check those records again. See, Gopi and Vijay I have inserted newly. So in this run, so last two records, right? It should avoid remaining records. Why? Because the timestamp has been updated after running the latest data. Okay. So now I am going to execute it and it should pick only last two updated employees. Like this, right variable will works. Okay. Yeah, one more round completed. And we will see the data. Yeah, it has loaded. Now we will see the latest files. See, only Vijay and Gopi came divided. Like this, using last run date time stamp, we will avoid the, we will pick the latest data after this last run, and we will avoid the duplicate data from the database. Okay. This is about write variable. Also, without loading the database. So I have not loaded any data without loading database. So it will pick the date from this local variable last run date, but we have not updated any data here, which means it should not pick any data now. Okay. See, we'll see how it works. Okay, deploy. It has failed. Why it has failed? The mapping, if you see here, it has failed at mapping level. Go inside trace. So if you see here, while executing the mapping, it has failed because the data was empty. See, empty record came. Okay, select response is empty. Which means the records are not coming from source, right? If you see here, inside mapping, select response, rows should come. As per our mapping, rows should come. Why? Because data is not available, the latest data is not available from last run. That's why this query not picking the data. So because of this, it has failed at mapping level. The rows are not coming from source because data is not available. So to avoid this failure, what should we do? To avoid this failure, what should we do? So we have to put one condition before this mapping. If the data is available, then only we have to pause this data to mapping, else we have to end the flow here itself. So we'll see how can we achieve this. Okay, we'll see. So I have a um, uh, we have a palette function. Using palette function, we will avoid this. Okay, we have some router condition. Okay, router condition, and here I'll put end. I'll put here end message. Okay, this is the second one. This is, I'll put default route, which means here I'll keep the condition. If the condition is satisfied, then it will go to mapping. If the condition is not satisfied, it will end here itself. Okay, we will see that. So we have a condition. We have to take non-XML count. Which one? Row, right? COUNT count of slash row is greater than 0. So which means if the rows are available from source. If the roles are available, then it will go to here and execute the mapping and do the necessary steps, further steps. If the rows are not available, which means the row count is 0, then automatically it will go to the what is next, what is next branch. Okay, here we have two branches. First branch is we have put the condition. This is the default. If the condition fails, it automatically it will go here and end the iflow. Okay, now we will see. So again, I have not inserted any data inside the table. Okay, now so write a row, some row. Let me save it. This some router condition is wrong, seems. Let me check. Count is greater than 0, correct only. So it is correct only. Let me check the problems here. Go to problems. Here you can see the problems. What is please enter the space before and after operations. Okay, okay. We have to put before and after some space. Okay, like this now. Let me save it. Still it is failing. I put correctly. Invalid format for condition expression. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, it should be XML seems. Now we'll see. Yes, it is XML. Sorry, XML data we are receiving, right? Now I am deploying this. We'll see how it will be. Yeah, it was, it should not fail now. Yeah, it was not failed. We have not updated any data. So zero records came. Once zero records come, it should be, it should go to this end. Okay, this end. If the records are available, new records, then it should execute. So to avoid this empty data, I have put some condition here, router condition. Okay, now where it is loading. So it has loaded. Now if you see, it has ended here, right? Now I am going to insert one more record here. I am going to insert one more record using insert query. Insert query some 098, some Z, some Babu, whatever, some 35. Okay, submitted query. Okay, record. Only this latest record should be come, right? We'll see. I'm again activating this trace and deploy. Okay, now we will see the latest record. It is loading. Yes, the map, this result was loaded. So again, it has ended with the same. Why? We have inserted data, right? Let me check. Might be this is count row. So here we should put like this. Okay. I have missed this. This is expression will be like this way because this row is not starting one, right? We have, uh, let me check. Employee records. Okay, that one got. So this row is inside the, uh, you know, this parent node. So it was unable to identify the row. Root select response under that row is there. So I put just row. It was considered row is the root element. So this is not root element. This is the, the child element. So that purpose to identify that, child element row, I kept like this. Okay, slash slash row. Now again, I am going to insert one more record here. Some some name, some Varshi, age is some 22. Okay, the initial is some H, and this one is 054. Okay, submit query. Only this record should come now. Save and deploy. Let me enable the trace once again. Deploy. Yeah, now it should come with the data, that last updated data. So it has loaded the data. See, now data went to SFTP, only single record. See, 04, 0 is, it is not taking 0. So 54 only has taken. So this is the scenario how we will use right variable to store the, last updated time and date to avoid the duplicate records while fetching the not only JDBC but also success factors, any other scenarios like this we will use. Okay, we will store it and we will call that local variable using some exchange property. Same exchange property we are using in the where condition, where that updated greater than this, then it will avoid the duplicate data. Okay, this is the today's class, guys. Please go through, and if you have any doubts and questions, please mention comments. I will respond on them. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Please share and subscribe.